So it's been a minute since I've done a video, right? And a lot of you are probably wondering, what's happened to Jace? What is he doing? What is he working on? And the truth is, I've been working on many, many things. And more importantly, I've been wondering, for the last 8 years of actually trading, is there a way that you can trade without using too much technical analysis? But more importantly, is it possible to trade without emotion? Now, I've been testing strategies, from all different people for quite some time. And recently, well, it's been a few months, but recently come across a strategy that requires the same time every single day, that simply requires you to enter a trade and place a take profit and a stop loss using good risk reward and simply walking away, right? Now, usually when you're a trader and you go into the markets, you would, analyze the markets from all the time frames. You would then, do your technicals, look at news, look at everything else, and then make a decision whether or not it's time to get into the market. Over the last few months, I've been testing something on and off for many trades, and then just trying to play around with the idea that is it possible for someone that isn't so good at technical analysis or fundamental analysis to come in every morning, the same time, place a entry and a take profit and stop loss and walk away and be profitable. And what's the benefit of doing that? It's helping remove emotion when it comes to trading. One of the biggest reason why we lose money when it comes to trading the financial market is we're emotionally connected to the outcome. So what I've decided to do after, and I'll show you shortly, after having, great success over the last, few months, but then focusing over it really, really tightly for the last 30 days, I've decided to run a challenge, right? And during this challenge is going to be, daily requirements, daily trades, but simply working on one trade a day using one asset and using one strategy. Okay. Now, this challenge is open to anyone, right? Doesn't matter if you're with other communities, with other traders, or anything like that. I simply ask that you follow the rules, right? Because the rules are very, very simple, right? You just be on time to go through and place the trade. If you miss the trade, cool, it's no problem. Wait till the next day, right? We're going to be doing this over a 30-day period, right? And we're going to do this maybe every 30 days or every however long, just to go through the process. So just to show you, statistically what's happened over the last 30 days, I'm going to share my screen. So what is it actually trading? What am I actually trading when I talk about the strategy? And me personally, I'm trading gold, right? So it works on two things. It works on gold and it works on US 30, right? So two particular pairs that I trade on. So just to show you here, this is a real account, right? So I've been using this account with Okta since September 2023 and held it, for quite a long period of time. It is real. It is Jason Grigg. It is my account. And I just want to show you over the last 30 days. So this is me, my testing phase, on and off testing strategies, seeing how it works, but just keeping it all on a real account because I find that, on demo accounts, you're not going to get the same effect. Testing strategies, you need to actually be in the market with spreads and manipulation, the way that things work to see if things will actually work. So over the last 30 days, you can see here, June 2nd, I've kind of grown my account up to 349% gain over that time. And from June 2nd to now it's June 30, we've slowly increased, right? We started at 349% gain. We've slowly increased. There was a dip here, a little bit of a dip here, but again, this strategy is not a 100% win rate strategy, right? It is you in traditional trading. I don't know, any trader that tells you they win 100% of the time is lying. But this is not about me as a trader. This is me simply following a set of rules at a specific time, entering, exiting, regardless the outcome, right? Win or lose, it doesn't matter, right? After 30, we're judging the outcome after 30 days. So I could go and enter a trade today. I win. I could lose the next 3 days. I can then win, and then so forth and so forth. I'm not concerned about what happens in that 7 day period. I'm looking at this at a 30-day period, right? So from the 2nd of June, we started at 349% and we grew all the way to 393% just in that 30-day period, right? So it's still, I took a trade again today and I'll share that with you shortly. But showing you that just following this particular trade, we were able to make a consistent gain after a 30-day period, right? So the biggest thing or people go wrong when it comes to trading is they can't they are emotionally connected to the outcome, so they adjust their stop loss to their take profit. They don't let trades run out. But here I found a way that, okay, if it just meant that you could wake up every morning, you could place one trade, you could place a take profit and a stop loss and walk away, and after 30 days be profitable, would that be something that people are interested in and using good, correct risk management that even if they lost every single day, the most that they would lose in a single month would be, depending on their risk of using 1% risk per day, the most they would lose would be 20% for the month. But this strategy hasn't lost every single day, right? I've been trading it consistently and really focusing in on it quite tightly. And this is why I want to do a challenge. I want to see how other people are with the actual trade itself, actual strategy itself. That is very, very simple to follow. But showing you statistically, this is what I've been back testing, but then also forward testing. As you've seen, that was my real account. This is me forward testing as well, is over the last 30 days, the last 30 days, these are the trades that I had taken. I hadn't included today's trade. But first trade, 140 pip gain, second trade, 50, next one, 40. Then we lost 30 on our trade number four, gained 30, so kind of equals that out. 80, we lost 2 days in a row here. Okay, that can kind of be, oh no, am I concerned about what's going to happen? But just follow the rules and just kept going along. Minus 30, and then we won pretty much all the trades after that. So for the total for the month, we gained 1,130 pips. Now, what does that convert to in dollars, right? So if you're trading with 0.01 lots, you would essentially have $113. If you had 0.10, you would essentially have 1,130. And if you had 1,130, sorry, you have one lot, one standard lot, that's $11,300, right? So what does that mean? That simply means that depending on your account size, right? Remember, risk management is still important here. We don't want to be taking too high of risk because you will still have days where you lose money, right? So the most important thing with this strategy is good risk management, following the rules, using the same lot size every single day with every single trade to achieve an outcome that where this equals out based on what's happening, right? So I wanted to put this challenge together for those that are interested. You can register below. And we're depending on when you watch this, we may be starting today, we may be starting next week. When you click the link, it's going to show you when you can actually get started on this challenge. And we're going to do, we'll also have a Telegram group. So I'll just share that here, right? We're going to have a Telegram group where we have one trade, one asset, one strategy, and we pretty much go through and we share our trades, we share our wins, our losses, we share when we got into the market, and so forth. On top of that, we will also have the challenge page, right? Accountability is really, really important when it comes to trading. A lot of people decide that they want to trade and don't actually follow rules. All right, so this is our one trade a day challenge. So the current one that I'm doing now is going to start on the 7th of July and finish on the 4th of August. Remember, one trade a day, Monday to Friday, same time. Enter a take profit and a stop loss, and then walk away. And we're going to have checkpoints each day, right? So I'll be checking in with you daily to, kind of go through the process and go, hey, this is what you need to do, or this is what we're doing. And then at the end of every week, Friday or Saturday, Friday or Saturday, Saturday and Sunday, we're going to do a recap, right? So just going to recap what you did for the week. Sunday, we're going to look at the forecast for the week and we're going to go from there. But I just wanted to put this video out there for anyone that's still currently trading or looking to get into trading or looking to find a strategy. You've been with your community you're with your community that you're currently with for some time, you're still not having any success, I asked you to try something that doesn't require emotion, that doesn't require technical analysis in a sense that you're not having to go through all the time frames, do up lines, doing all this kind of stuff, not using fibs, not using anything else to try and help make judgments, but by simply using a time-based strategy where you enter into the market, you place a take profit and stop loss in and walk away. There is no extra additional technical analysis that is required. There is no extra indicators that this is required. It is simply doing the same thing every single day, Monday to Friday for 30 days, right? And then after 30 days, if you decide that this is working really well for you, then you can continue using the strategy. You can join another challenge. You can join me and my community, whatever. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. But if what you've been doing for the last few months with whoever it is that you're learning from, even if you're learning with me, I ask that you take this challenge and, challenge yourself to discipline, right? Because sometimes you need a reset when it comes to trading. Sometimes you need to be reminded that it does require discipline, right? Because if you want trading to be a full-time income, you want it to, replace what you're currently doing, and you want to be a successful, profitable trader. It's not just about, for me, it's not just about teaching you, right? I want you to actually go through the process where you learn how to be profitable. And like I said, I've kind of been quiet for quite some time. Been working with my own small community that I have. And it's been great having a small group to work with because I just trade and we share ideas and we trade and that's pretty much it. But in saying that, I wanted to put a challenge out first where you guys can come along and anybody from any walks of life, any community that you're a part of can join this and really test yourself to see if you have the psychology, that you have the risk management to actually follow to a T, and the discipline, right? Because there is opportunity to be made in the financial markets. The problem is we get too emotionally connected to what is actually happening. So if you're up for a challenge and you're up to challenge yourself, and you're interested to do it with a strategy, as I've shown you with my real account, if you're interested to trade with a strategy that's been showing profitable and you're happy to jump in and take that risk and learn something that may change the way that you're currently trading for the better, because you haven't been profitable for some time, then I highly recommend jumping in and doing this with me. Right. So the first one that we're doing, as you saw, is on July 7th, but this video may be used and maybe on repeat. We may do them every other week. We may do them every other 30 days. Okay. So let's just see how we go. And let's get you started. So if you're interested, click the link below, register. I'm excited to see how you guys go with this, and I will speak to you soon.